It's time for another Power Rangers Dino Charge recap. That's late. Like a week late. Like it's so late, it's probably pregnant. Hi, I'm Andre, I'm a black nerd, and yes, I am recapping Let Sleeping Zords Lie a week later than it aired. I just wasn't home when it happened, and I don't get early screenings of Power Ranger episodes, so I just missed it. Sometimes life happens, people. Sometimes life is more important than Power Rangers. That's a lie. Power Rangers is love, Power Rangers is life. So the episode begins with the guys all digging, looking for another Zord, while Shelby's in the corner just writing and drawing, and she realizes that they need to work smarter and not harder. She's like, look guys, we can figure out based on the type of dinosaurs that we're looking for where they're possibly hidden. And she also drinks all their drinks in the process. Remember that, that's important. The other guys are like, you don't know what you're talking about. We're gonna keep digging. She's like, well, fine, I'm gonna leave. And she goes back to the home base. Kendall Morgan is there. Shelby's all like, no one's listening to me. I got ideas. And Kendall just looks at her like, you have ideas? Kendall tries to give her some more of that shade. And then Shelby was like, no, you know what? We're done. We've done this for like 6 episodes. I'm tired of this. All right, girl? I don't know what your problem is with me, but let's get this straight. I am a waitress. I am a Power Ranger. I am important. You treat me with respect. My name is in the opening title sequence. You see when I turn? World full of strife. That was me. That's Shelby, son. Give Shelby some respect. And Kendall was like, okay, girl. All right. Sorry. Shelby has a great knowledge of dinosaurs. So she figures that by understanding the climate, they can understand where the dinosaurs would usually reside. And that's probably where the Zords are. And Kendall's like, that's stupid. That's genius, actually. Let's be friends now! They take the DNA of the dinosaur of the Zord they're trying to find, they mix it with their chargers and put it into this device called the E-Tracer. They can only do this with one Zord at a time, so they choose the Ankylosaurus, the Aqua one. Meanwhile, up on Sledge's ship, Sledge is still upset that he has not found an inner gem yet. These Power Rangers are getting on his nerves, and Poisandra's getting mad because she wants to get married. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna take marriages in my own hand. Let me stop this manicure pedicure. Yeah, she was getting a manicure and pedicure with Curio, you know, her friend, the Titus to her Kimmy Schmidt. I'm gonna handle this myself. So she calls that crybaby Wrench. Kendall and Shelby send out a signal to try to find the dinosaur. Wrench intercepts and figures out where the coordinates are, and they get to the dinosaur first. And they take this stinger monster thing. He shoots stings at things, and if it attaches to you, then you turn evil. Ankylo Zord pops out of the ground, but it's actually controlled by Poisandra. The stinger monster shoots one of his stingrays at Coda, stabs him in the back. He turns evil and starts fighting the other Rangers. And I was like, oh, snap! I know it's bad of me because I know they're all supposed to be good guys and working together or whatever, but for some reason, I love it when a Power Ranger fights another Power Ranger. Anytime that happens, whether they're controlled by an evil power or whatever, clones, when Power Rangers fight other Power Rangers, especially in civilian form, thumbs up. More of that. So they're trying to get the stinger off of Coda's back, even though a number of times they threw Coda on his back, which means it would have probably stuck an end more, but that's neither here or there. And then Shelby just yanks it out, and this thing is long. Whoa, Shelby, that could have killed him. It could have been on his spine. We don't know. She's just like, whatever, are you okay now? Coda could have been like, he's fine. Shelby figures out that if the stinger was on Coda to make him turn evil, then it's probably likely that the Ankylo Zord has a stinger in it as well. When they go back to home base and talk about it, they had a scene with Keeper and they're like, hey, wait, how is this Ankylo Zord moving around without a Ranger? And he's like, well, if this Zord is alive, that means someone has already found the Aqua Inner Gem and somebody is already the Aqua Power Ranger. We just don't know who it is, and apparently they didn't want to show up to the company picnic and tell everybody who they were. Could be anyone. Could be you. Could be me. It's not me. There are no fat Power Rangers. Kendall gets all upset because she didn't encrypt the coordinates, so she's the reason that the monsters were able to find out where they were. And she gets all sad about it, and for some reason when she gets sad, she takes off her glasses. She's like, no, it's my fault. I'm a bad scientist. I messed up, I'm gonna fix my own mistake. So she goes to try to find an Ankylo Zord herself. Shelby sneaks into her truck and is like, you stupid. You ain't never fought before. We're never gonna ever see you fight. Kendall and Shelby go to where they found the Zord the first time, but the monsters are back again. Shelby tries to save Kendall, ends up falling inside of a giant hole. Shelby goes down the hole where the Ankylo Zord is just waiting there like, hey, what's up? And I'm still mind controlled. I'm about to eat you. She's like, you're vegetarian. He's like, I don't care. I'm also a robot. Who cares at this point? And then one of the monsters says the best line I think ever. He looks at Kendall and he just goes, attack the nearsighted scientist. Only on Power Rangers, people. So all these enemies go to attack Kendall and you're thinking, oh my gosh, Kendall's gonna get her butt kicked. But then Kendall just finds a shovel and just goes straight down the telling on these fools. She's like, whoa, pew, 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 pew. And then she starts kicking people and punching people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the hottest thing ever. I wanna marry you, Kendall Morgan. except for the fact that you hate waitresses. Eventually the other Power Rangers help out and they're like, hey, we're here to save you. And she's like, oh, I was doing pretty good by myself. I mean, I'm pretty much Power Ranger material. I'm just saying, if there's ever energy that shows up that no one's claiming. Power Rangers fight the Stinger monster. A lot of Sting jokes happen, Sting puns. God dang it, Power Rangers. And then all of a sudden out of the ground, the Ankylo Zord shows up with Shelby riding on top. She's like, oh yeah, I defeated it off screen. I took the Stinger out while you guys weren't watching. Totally did it. Don't ask questions. So they call on the Megazord. They're actually able to use the Ankylo Zord, which has this giant hammer tail, which they're able to use as a hammer punch. It's hammer time. The Sting monster does another Sting pun and then dies. Shelby comes back and is like, oh man, I'm so hot. And then all the Rangers that had their drinks slid their drinks away. There was a callback to earlier when she drank all their drinks. And I have to say, I laughed out loud. Great comedic moment. And anytime Power Rangers is a great comedic moment, you gotta give it praise. And then they do a joke about poop afterwards, you know, because it's Nickelodeon. Sorry I reviewed this episode a week late, but I see why everybody wanted me to review it. This was a really good episode. We got a Shelby-focused episode. Kendall got the shine. We got a new Zord, possibly a new Ranger out there. We got comedy. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Can't wait for the next one. And hopefully the next time I'll actually be able to review it on time, although I'm going to a lot of conventions in April, so late episodes are coming. Let me know what you think of this episode and who do you think is gonna be the Aqua Ranger. Thumbs up this video, and if you're new here, tickle that subscribe button. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Outie 5000. Chain chomp, yomp.